My name is Tanika. I am a DJ and an IT automation engineer by day and an amateur producer. And I use amateur very literally. The track that I have selected to remix is called Old Money by Julai. And Julai is a Naarm-based queer rapper, a Pacifica rapper. I met Julai maybe a few years ago, just in the queer scene. They are one of the most amazing artists I've seen, and I feel like to do something like that, so bold, so nasty, like queerness is inherently sometimes sexual, but Julai just comes with such fierceness. It's always a well thought out production, and seeing Julai, I will never forget the first time I saw Julai. It was honestly amazing. So as soon as I got this assignment, I was like, I know exactly. And I thought rap music is a good kind of entry-level remixing to do because you're not really confined to harmonies and it can kind of be easier to remix. It's hip-hop, but a little different. It's a little faster and it's a little bit more for the club. The original track is stunning on its own, and even when I picked it, I was like, how do I even make this, not better, but how do I contribute to this and elevate it if possible? And I did have in mind trying to rework it in a way where I could use it in my sets. It was quite a slow BPM, so I wanted to bring it up a bit, make it a bit more club friendly, but still keep that essence of that like baddie energy that the track has. I usually start with drums because when I hear a track or I hear an a cappella, I immediately will kind of have some like little drum reaction, and that really will set the tone of the track for me. I rely on Splice a lot for some sample stuff, but even just like when I'm just out in the world, I'm just like constantly thinking and imagining that track. And yeah, I'll strip it all the way back and start there and be like, initially, what does this sound like and what kind of direction do I want to take with that? And then yeah, just kind of build out from there. When I'm looking for a place to sit down and kind of find inspiration or work on some projects, I will usually go to my family's cafe in Fitzroy called Oko Cafe. It's a nice quiet space where I can put my headphones on, really chill out, zone out and get some solid work done. And being involved in the queer community in the music industry, honestly, I don't know if I would have stayed doing music if it wasn't for the queer community. I met a lot of people, a lot of really supportive people, a lot of people who were willing to celebrate me and my intersections. When I started DJing, I couldn't pick if I wanted to exist in a hip-hop space or in a electronic space, but now I feel like I meet in the middle. And my sound has kind of evolved from like house and disco and R&B and hip hop separately to now more of like a global sounds, like from the African diaspora, lots of sounds from Africa and Brazil and kind of global club music. The evolution of queer clubbing in Melbourne has been quite an exciting journey in the last few years since I've been involved. And I think queer clubbing used to be quite underground. It was hard to find, there weren't many spaces, and it wasn't publicly advertised. But now, queer people are forging their way to the front and creating these spaces, and I think it's such a wholesome experience, queer clubbing, because people are there with intent. They're not wandering off the street and picking a place to go to. We're there for the music, we're there for the people. Queerness is rooted in club culture, and a lot of dance music, electronic music, and clubbing culture originated from Black queer people. The connections I've made and the willingness to uplift community and create spaces that we didn't have previously, and that collaboration and that being trauma informed, it's just like such a different experience of clubbing. Safety is such a theme right now. And I feel like a lot of straight people don't understand what safety means. They see it as physical safety, but safety is more than that. And queer people, to feel safe in an environment, especially clubbing, like they deserve that. And that's something I would love to bring to the table in the future. I came across the Converse All-Stars program on Instagram. I think I'd followed a few people who were already involved, and I'd seen the kinds of things they were doing and the opportunities, and it looked so fun. I thought, what a great way to meet some like-minded people. I was on my honeymoon in Bali and I got an email saying, congratulations, you've been accepted. And then I came back from Bali, and that day I had my first little meeting with the team, and it all kicked off then. A lot of the time I am kind of renowned for how I present aesthetically. I'll DJ in a suit and tie if I have to, which I kind of love doing. Queer spaces, queer clubbing, so much inspiration in the fashion sense, and that's something I've always been kind of passionate about. Converse, perfect shoe to pair with anything really.